Udo Dirkschneider, welcome to 69 Faces of Rock. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. It's raining like hell outside, but anyway.
I have a day outside, so I
Yeah,
a bit of everything on both sides.
yeah,
You
yeah.
are
I'm
you,
looking for look. I'm looking forward to come to America now. Finally,
which brings me to my first question.
Yeah, okay.
You're about to tour the United States. What kind of a program are you planning for those shows?
Definitely we play. I think it's the fourth song of the latest album, Touchdown, and then we make a mix up of U.D.O stuff and maybe some also accept stuff, but maybe 2 or 3 songs. That's it.
Will there be a special production? Anything special the fans should be expecting?
No, I mean, we are playing smaller clubs, I mean, we are back in America after 6 years, So it's just looking what's going on for us. But so far, the pre-sale and everything looks good. And of course, the last in 2023, we had to cancel the tour about a visa stuff, and I don't know, there was a lot of things that happened. So we had to cancel 3 days before the tour start. So then now we reloaded the tour now to 24. And I think also some people, yeah, they're not really sure that we are coming, but we are coming. Definitely.
Touchdown.
Yes.
Out last year. How do you view this album 1 year later?
Yeah, still is a good album. I mean, we've been touring Europe, and I mean, it was fantastic. I mean, the people really loved the album, and it was a really good reaction. Also live with some songs, especially with Forever Free. I mean, unbelievable. They were singing like hell, and yeah. So I'm still happy with this album. So and now we try to bring it over to the States.
One of my favorite songs actually is Fight for Your Right with the awesome riff and that great Mozart lead. Tell me about that song.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we play this also. This song is also on the set list, and yeah, I mean, Andre, he was also always like to. I want to play the Turkish march, So and yeah, and it fits perfectly in there. And here we go. I mean, it's also live, really good. He's doing also a great solo live in this song, and yeah, the people can expect something.
Excellent. The title Touchdown has to do with American football, which is like a
Yes.
never had a sports team before. So how did this concept make it in the world of Udo?
Oh, I mean, it was like we didn't have any title for the album, and then we were sitting in Brazil, I think it was São Paulo, and then there was a football game going on, and always the word came touchdown, touchdown, and then we said, that's a great title, maybe also for the album, We also make a touchdown with this album, and yeah, so then the idea came also that we was not doing a photo session with normal metal stuff and all that things. So we was just coming up in a football dress. So here we go.
How did the European audience relate to that concept?
Oh yeah, there was in the first place he was, yeah, we will see, but the reaction was great. So I mean, that means, if you do maybe sometimes something different, it can be also good, that need always like, okay, another picture in metal gear, whatever. No, make it more interesting.
You also have Peter Baltus on bass back with you. Peter and yourself have a
Yeah.
together. How does it feel to have someone like that back in the band?
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like, what can I say? I mean, for me, it's like he never was gone. I mean, it's a lot of fun to play with him now together. He's feeling very, very well in the band, and yeah, I mean, it's for me still, yeah, but he never was away, and yeah. So I mean, it was not really planned that he joined the band. In the first place, he was helping us out about our bass player, what we had at this time, Thielen. He was ill, very ill, and then it takes his time to recover, you know, and then we were thinking, okay, what can we do? We cannot wait that long. And then we said, okay, please recover easy. And and then Peter said, yeah, why not? I'm joining the band. So here we go.
What was that? Not only that, another former Accept Udo alumni was involved in making the record. Stephan Chan, he recorded
Yes.
and drums for this album as well. So tell me about that.
Drums, he's not playing the drums.
Oh, I think it states that he recorded.
Yeah, he recorded the drums and he's doing also all with my vocals, you know. I mean, I worked together on my vocals since 81 with Stephan. No, he knows exactly my range and everything. And yeah, I mean, it's in a way, three members of Accept are together and working, one behind and two on stage.
All in the family, isn't it?
Yes, it is. I mean, so I mean, it's great, you know, to work with these guys. And yeah, I mean, I think, but I think, you know, U.D.O has his own style. You know, we are not looking to be more Accept style. No, I think now U.D.O has his own style and his own thing, and so I'm happy with that.
Speaking of family and drums, your son Sven has been playing alongside you like for a number of years. What kind of dynamic do you share with him in the studio and on stage?
Yeah, I mean, so in the studio, I mean, so now working on songs since 2 albums already or 3. We are working together on lyrics. He's coming up with some melody stuff for the vocals. You know, it's interesting for me also. He's a completely different generation. We go up with some different kind of metal, you know, and then he's coming up with really good ideas. And I'm an open up guy, you know. I mean, I'm open for everything, you know. I say, yeah, okay, I can try that. So, and then it's also for me interesting. I always say, I'm still learning, you know, and that's good. If you are open-minded, I think that's very important, you know, if you create some music. Yeah. So, and he's now in band for 9 years already. And yeah, it's like, you know, of course, on tour, he's doing also a lot of business stuff in the meanwhile and technical stuff. And how can I say this? I mean, we're more like a family business now, you know, but he's more. It's not like I feel like, oh, my son is sitting behind on the drums. But for me, it's like more friendship, you know. We are talking about a lot of things, but of course, we have sometimes some private things to talk, but this is just between him and me, you know, and that's it.
Over the years, there were like many members from U.D.O band that kind of came and went, and I'm sure it was awful for you to keep a steady lineup. But from the listener point of view, every few years or every few records, the sound got fresher and fresher again. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I think also now, I think, okay, Andrei Smirnov, he's now in the band for 12 years already. Unbelievable. And also D. Dammers, he's also in the band now for 6 years. And I mean, if you have young people, you know, and also with Sven, I mean, of course, you get different ideas and you are not like, okay, let's, you know, do always the same thing. No, we try always to do something not completely different, but something different, you know. And that's good to have young people around me. But also now with Peter on the next U.D.O album, that will be also very interesting, you know. And he is also was already coming up with some ideas. But he said, I can never use this when I was still in Accept, you know. This is like now with U.D.O, I can do something else. And that's very interesting. That will be, I'm also really looking forward to the next U.D.O album. But that takes a while.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting to see what's going to come out of that.
Yes.
Players. So a few years ago, I think it was the last time you actually toured the United States, you went out as right? And you did an exclusive Accept only set. How did this feel to you?
I mean, yeah, when I was there with Dirkschneider, of course, you know, that's in a way a good thing to have this. You know, a lot of people always asking, can you not do this again and blah, blah, blah. So, but yeah, then I said, okay, but now it's more important for me at the moment with U.D.O. But so we start after the American and Canada tour, we start in South America for the 40 years of Ball to the Wall anniversary, you know. And that will be also a long tour. I play the whole Ball to the Wall album, and there are songs on that I never played with Accept, and I think also Accept never played the songs. And then, of course, we play the most classic stuff, and that will be a very interesting tour, definitely.
So you basically still are able to move around between Dirkschneider and U.D.O band as you please.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's also good that we have a break with U.D.O. You know, we had a lot of touring and festivals behind us, and now America and Canada, and and I mean that was already planned for a long time. Normally, it was planned to go on tour already this year, but then, of course, accepted on also on world tour. That was like. You know, then we said, okay, we start then later. So, and so far it looks already really good. The pre-sales already for next year, unbelievable. So, what can I say? I'm happy I can do both, you know. So, and of course, another thing, now two members of Accept also on stage. So, perfect.
I think it's fantastic because I mean there are still a lot of new fans who are discovering that music and being able to hear those songs with the original voice. I'm sure it's a treat, just like being able to hear those songs with Wolf's guitar on the other end is also a treat, and that way you
Yes.
supplement each other and give the best of both worlds.
Yeah, of course. You know, I mean, let's say, Accept is doing their own thing, and now I do, yeah, Dirkschneider thing, and so far the people like it, and they was always asking for that, you know. And so next year there will be a lot of, and already in November we start in South America, and then we will see. I mean that will be definitely next year until September, October. We're on tour with the Ball to the Wall 40 years anniversary. So, and then the new album will come in with U.D.O. In between, we are working on the new album, and then another U.D.O. tour starts. So here we go.
Way to keep busy. At this point, since we spoke a little bit about Accept, what kind of relationship are you enjoying with Wolf Hoffman at this point?
There is no, it's not, I don't want to say anything bad about him. You know, he's a great guitar player, but we don't have any contact. We don't have any contact, you know. I mean, there was a lot of things behind, but you know, I will leave it like it is. I wish him all the best. So, and hey, he has enjoyed what he's doing.
I'm always trying to be like the positive force person. If it was up to you, what would it take to make it better? Not necessarily play together, but just to be able to talk regularly and have a civil relationship.
With who? With Wolf?
Yes.
No, I mean there will be no relationship. I mean, also as a person, you know. I mean, this is over. I mean, for me, there are too many things that happened in the whole thing, you know. And for me, that is like definitely
It's done.
it's done. Definitely.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So at 72 years old, you're still
Yes.
great. How do you maintain your voice and your energy?
For my voice, I think I'm really lucky. You know, I never had to cancel any shows about my voice. And yeah, the energy, I mean, I mean, I'm not doing a sport like hell or whatever, you know. I mean, I try always to be relaxed. I always go to a doctor every year and make a whole body check, you know, is everything okay? So, and so far, no problems at all. And I just met Klaus Meine on the weekend in Berlin when we had this Metal Hammer Award, and he said also to me, "Yeah, Udo, let's do it as long as we can. Keep rocking." So that's the thing, you know.
Like this to me became very evident when you were actually doing the Dirkschneider tour, when you were singing songs that you recorded 30, 40 years ago, right? And you
Yes.
them in the original key without any, glitches. It was just perfect.
Yeah, I mean, it is also sometimes, you know, especially for coming back to Stephan Kaufmann in the studio, he always said to me, this is crazy with your voice, you know, sometimes now you are singing higher than you were singing in Accept days, you know, and I said, yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is crazy. I mean, I think I'm really, really lucky with my voice.
Absolutely. But you know yourself best. So I'm going to ask the next question. Is there anything that was easy before, but now could be a bit of challenge?
Easy.
Like easy to do vocal wise, but now it would be a little bit harder to do. Is there anything that you've experienced?
No, I think, you know what, I mean, it's more fun at the moment, you know, I don't know why, I mean, everything is so easy. Also, when I did the Touchdown album, you know, there was also some stuff I never did before. And yeah, it's just easy coming out, you know, it's not like, okay, in the old days, it was always like, oh, the red light is blinking, that means recording, and it was like, oh, shaking and nervous and stuff like that. But now it's more like easygoing, and I mean, normally if everything is done, arranged on songs for the new album, then I do 2 or 3 songs a day, and then that's it. 5 days, I'm done with the whole album, you know. What can I say? I mean, what I say, this is I'm lucky.
You are. I mean, I hear from bands it takes a month to put down vocals, sometimes to even one song.
I know. I know. I mean also, and I mean, you know, it's also like in now in the older bands, you know, when I mean, I know they have some problems, you know. I mean, also I know I was talking with Klaus, he said, yeah, 3 shows and then I need a day off or 2. It's also, I was talking to David Coverdale, you know, it's like, yeah, it's not like in the old days. So it's, yeah, a lot of singers are they are not really can do it, you know, like 5 shows in a row. And it's like what? I mean, also like the guitar player of Alice Cooper, he said to me when I did an interview with him, he's doing also like interviews, and he said, "What, you're doing 5 or 6 shows in a row?" I said, "Yeah, no problem." And unbelievable. Yeah, so I don't know.
Hearing this from you kind of assures me that you are truly a vocal miracle.
In a way, yes. So sometimes I ask myself, it's this, what is it? You know, I don't know. I mean, okay, I stopped smoking 20 years ago, but okay, not party, you know, this is also over the party time after the show, blah, blah, blah. Of course, we are not monks. We are also having sometimes a nice evening on the bus or somewhere else, and but keep down and take care of your body and everything, and then it works, you know.
So finally, how many more years do you think you have in you doing
Oh,
music?
I don't know. I hope I can do it for another 10 years, you know. So we will see.
Yeah, take it step by step.
Yeah, step by step, and then we will see. I mean, for me, the most important thing is to do this is that I have still fun, you know, and that's the most important thing. And I still have a lot of fun at the moment with the band, and also, I mean, touring wise, especially here in Europe, and then we've been the first time in Australia. There was also like, oh, you have to come back. Japan, we have to go back to Japan, and South America is also like, yeah, so I can tour the whole world, you know. So while I'm sitting home and do nothing or just only play cards with my neighbor, so it makes no sense for me.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me, and good luck on the upcoming tour. And I
Thank
hope
you very much.
close. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.